Thank you, Professor Labkar. It's a great opportunity to meet you all here today. And Professor Labkar mentioned, I'm working on different breathing exercises and their usefulness in clinical and in other health and well-being areas. And I want to make this as a kind of experiential. So there is a lot of research and theory that I can keep on talking, but I want to lead you through some practices so you will be able to kind of experience it, and then later, if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Right. So let's take your seat in any comfortable position. I'm sitting on a chair in the conference room here at MUSC, and kind of if you can put your arms together on your lap, gently close your eyes. Make sure that you can hear everything that I say. Bring your awareness to breathing, just to the tip of the nostrils. Experience every single inhalation and exhalation. It may be fast, shallow, or it may be slow. Whatever may be the way that you're breathing right now, just watch it. This is our normal breathing. Experience the speed of the breathing, any sensation of warmth or any smell, how fast the breathing is going on. Everything that you can experience at the tip of the nostrils. Become aware of that. Normally, we breathe about 15 times a minute, but when we are not mindful about our breathing, we tend to take a lot of breaths, more than 20, 30. And it adds stress to our system because it's a shallow breathing. It is not involving your diaphragmatic activation. So it builds up the stress in our physical and emotional systems. Because breathing is the one that connects our physical body and the emotional body. So now gently exhale a little longer by engaging your abdomen. Maybe you can tuck the tummy in to exhale all you could and slowly inhale. As the abdomen pushes forward and then the lower ribs, upper chest filling from bottom to top and slowly exhaling from top to bottom. Very slow inhalation and exhalation. And see what the mind is doing. Automatically, the mind will be following the breathing. Let the mind stick to the breath, moving up and down. It's a very easy practice. If the mind moves away, just gently bring it and put it onto breathing. Experience the movement of your abdomen, the lower ribs, and the upper chest. Breathe in all the way up to the collarbone. Breathe out completely by tucking the tummy in. Any physical sensation as you breathe in and out, experience it, absorb it. The mind that is turned inwards is more focused, more relaxed, and it can help with higher order brain functions. Now your breathing is slow, deep, that helps your heart, your brain, the immune system, and your overall circulation to work better than before. You'll be surprised to notice that there may be a little bit more moisture in your mouth or in the eyes. It also tells you that your system is kind of in a relaxed manner, works towards healing. Excuse my alarm. It's also a challenge whether you're able to bring your mind back to your breathing. And interestingly, you don't have to do this exercise by closing your eyes. You can even open your eyes and then inhale in the same way. As you exhale, you can exhale as a humming sound. And that way, you may be able to work in any task. You can pay your attention to an external task, but still help with breathing. So this way of humming, say inhale very slowly in the same way. Mm. So exhale as a humming. Then inhale again and exhale as a humming, as long as the breath, the exhalation lasts. You can repeat this by, combining your work, whatever may be the chore that you're doing or on the computer, whatever you do, you will be able to combine this breathing exercise very easily with your work. So this is not a pure mindful practice, but it will help you to extend your breathing, do a deeper breathing, less than maybe 10 times a minute. So this is a combination. You can open your eyes if you want. This is a combination of a couple of different practices that we saw just now. So you watch the breathing, breath awareness, and you inhaled and exhaled deeply by engaging the abdomen or the diaphragmatic breathing, which is very good in terms of improving the functions of your circulation, nervous system, immune system, and so on. And then the third is combining that with an exhalation that is going on as a humming. So these are all kind of combination of exercises you can do any time during the day, because you do not want to do shallow breathing or breathing mindless. So you have to pay attention to become aware of your breathing once in a while during your busy time. That's why the humming or singing, if you're a singer, take time to sing, because that is also a great way to combine different breathing patterns. So I want to show you two more exercises today. these exercises, you will be able to, I'll just give a brief background. So the awareness of the breath and the movement of the breath is a very good introspective practice. So what happens is the mind that is wandering around, it just turns towards you. When that happens, the mind is calmer. When the mind is calm, the physical system is also kind of moving towards a better performing state because we are not running or escaping from a tiger. So it's an important way to watch our breathing and slow it down and develop an awareness of how do I breathe now. There's lots and lots of research done in this area that the importance of breathing to the overall wellness is very well kind of established in recent times. So in this exercise, what we are going to do is that inhale, hold, and exhale, and then hold. So this is an exercise where you will be able to, time your inhalation, time your hold, time your exhalation, and also challenge yourself in stopping the inhalation after you exhale. So this is, imagine a rectangle. So inhale and exhale for the same duration, and hold after inhalation for half the duration, and hold after an exhalation for the same duration. So basically, if you say this is 8 counts, 8 counts, the holding will be 4 counts and 4 counts, just like a rectangular box. So what we are going to do is in this exercise, maybe you can think of a chant like I'm powerful, I'm peaceful, anything you want to say. Say that 8 times as you inhale and hold it for 4 counts of chanting within your mind, and exhale for 8 counts, and then wait for another 4 counts before you start the next inhalation. There may be some rush in the of the air when you start inhaling. That's where you want to control. So every part of this rectangular box, you will be able to control. That is kind of developing your capability that you are the controller, you are the master of your breath. It is not something that goes on its own. You're not letting it loose. This is something that you control, you take care of. Okay, so this will be very helpful in terms of 2 ways. One is to improving the circulation and also kind of challenging your system in a way that it's kind of a fasting. So you're depriving the system with some level of air, so that helps you to produce more protective factors, right? So let me show real quick how I do this. So I'm going to say this is inhalation, and then holding, exhalation, and holding, right? So I start with inhaling. So basically, you inhale, hold, exhale, and then wait until the next inhalation starts. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the chat box. So this doesn't, you can change the numbers. It doesn't involve using your hands. You can just put your hands in a public place, or in your office. You can just look at your breathing, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, and repeat. You can change the numbers in any way that you like, but that's the ratio is the one that you want to maintain. Continue that very slowly. You can change the numbers as you go through very slowly. Closely watch what are all the experiences that you go through as you inhale, hold, exhale, and then hold. Observe every single thing that happens in your body and in your mind. Good. Now you can come to normal breathing and watch the breathing. Again, try to put the mind and the breath together. Open your eyes. Want to end the practice with one more breathing exercise that is good for relaxation. Before going to bed or whenever you want some relaxation, this is a great restrictive breathing exercise where you kind of restrict the throat by the action of sighing. So you hear the sound. This is the same kind of sound that you'll make by closing the mouth also. That's a type of sound that you create, Darth Vader's breath, if you want to compare that. So it's a very slow breathing. You don't have to produce that much sound, just feeble enough for you to hear. This is a feedback to your system about how you're breathing. It's the sound of the ocean, sound of the beach, that listen to the sound of the waves as you breathe in and out. That will help you to relax. At the same time, it's an exercise for the lower and upper respiratory tracts. Just like you constrict a balloon in the middle, it puts a little bit pressure on the upper and lower sides. It restricts the movement. It's a great way to exercise all the muscles here, the throat. Helps us to speak better, eat well or swallowing, and the breathing, especially when you're sleeping. So it's important to do this if you want to reduce snoring or get deep sleep, uninterrupted sleep. Right? Let's try that. The easy way is to, if you're not able to produce the sound, you produce the sound by, and then close the mouth in between. So at the end, what you see is you close the mouth and the sound still comes. That's what you want to achieve. Okay. with the slow sound, um, long breathing, you will be able to engage in a very good meditative, practice. Three more breaths here. Come to normal breathing, then watch the breathing. You can open your eyes. I know my time ends at 10:45, so I have a few minutes um, to answer some of the questions that's in the chat window. So some people said, like Patricia said, you have tried an exercise with different count. That's totally fine because there are so many exercises in different traditions. At least if you look into my website, I have recently published a book called Mind Your Breathing that has 37 breathing exercises. That's part one. So I'm gathering more exercises. Then you can imagine how many exercises are out there, how many ways you can change your breathing. Everything has its own benefits. So if you breathe through the left nostril, that's one type of, activation in your system. If you do the right nostril, that's going to be different. If you do fast breathing, that is a different type of physiology and the emotional response. Slow breathing induces a different type of response. So breathing exercises are just like our food. It's a lot of menu. You can try different ways and then you look for the craving. So what do I want to feel right now? So I feel stressed right now, so I want to calm down. I feel kind of lethargic. I want to activate myself. So it's like a beautiful toolbox free of cost. You just open the toolbox, take any exercise that you like, do it and feel better, just like that. There's a lot of chemistry behind it. I can talk another time with all about it. It's if you have 10 minutes, you can go watch my TEDx talk from Charleston, TEDx Charleston. It brings about what happens when you change your breathing to your salivary proteins, molecules in your whole system, how they are important in different types of activities or different systems in our body, especially immune system and nervous system. Beautiful connection. So go through that and enjoy any type of exercise that you do. It's Allah. Thank you, Julie, for your comment on the breathing ocean sound. It is called the ocean sound breathing, OJ. It's also very meditative. And thank you for sharing that TEDx talk link. You guys are very fast. And so very nice. So any connection that it's meditative. So you can put your your awareness of the breathing in many different parts of your body, your system, outside your system. It's It's a great tool. Breathing is not just what happens in the lungs. The upper respiratory tract is very important for the health of the sinuses, or the stuff that induces different neurohormones, how they impact our emotional health. This is a beautiful science. And the cranial nerve one, that's the kind of connecting our central nervous system to the external environment. It's just the sensors of our external space. So it sends continuous information about what's the temperature, what's the moisture, how does this person breathing right now, or how do we integrate that information into the functioning of the brain. Everything is beautiful. So you change your breathing, you definitely will change how your mind works, how your body works. Okay, thank you. With that, I stop here. I took 2 minutes extra, I'm sorry, but it's very nice to see all of you, like all the participants that are here. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, you have my website. You can always contact me. I provide a lot of different activities for different audiences and health and wellness and inpatient population also. Great. Thank you so much.